Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan battle video. So in this video we are going to take a look at how the new Easy Aid int LR Super Saiyan 2 Gohan Youth does in the Extreme Super Battle Road stage for Hybrid Saiyans. So obviously we have a pretty good team here. We've got the two Gohans on our opening rotation, which is fantastic. We're going to use an item to start off with. So obviously the main thing we're testing here is Gohan's defense. So with his Easy A, he basically only gained defense, which is fine because he was already very impressive offensively. So we'll just take a look at how he does defensively in this situation. We've used an item. He has 77k defense. Remember, he will gain a large amount of defense upon firing his super attack, and he will also raise his defense for one turn on his super attack as well. So having him in the second slot, conjoined or joined up or partnered or linked up with this AGL LR Super Saiyan 2 Gohan or Super Saiyan Gohan Youth is a very good combination for him. And you can see there, good attack stat and single and double digits right after firing his super attack. So already that is much improved from Gohan. Essentially there's a huge improvement in his defense. It went from nothing to being very impressive. This is a 55% Gohan. We do have some support on the rotation, which is obviously something we need to be aware of. But of course, it's still very impressive that Gohan is now handling the Extreme Super Battle Road stage. You know, when they give units a Easy A or an LRZA, and that unit is able to now take on some of the harder challenges at 55%, it's always a really good sign that they've done a good adjustment. I know some people wanted him to improve a little bit offensively, but I always think it's a bit of a gamble, especially when it's such a high value nuking unit. He can trivialize a lot of content, especially things like the Gods of Destruction events, which can be done technically in one hit due to how their health works. So I think they were just a little bit scared about doing that. But overall, Gohan's looking really good. A nice solid opening turn there. We'll test them without items at some point, but as always I like to see how they do with some items. A solid attack stat as well. If you have a dupe or a couple dupes in him, he's definitely going to look a lot better once you get a couple attacks in. Well, sorry, I should say once you get a couple orbs in. So that's the only issue with Gohan, well not issue, but the only thing you do need to be aware of is you do need to feed Gohan some orbs. You want to make sure that Gohan has a suitable amount of orbs, anywhere ranging from 5 onwards I would say is probably the best bet. Now the easiest way to make this work is to have orb changes or to generate rainbow orbs, or to have key sufficient units so that they can obviously take the payload and you can save up chains of orbs for the turns where Gohan is on rotation. So either way, still a pretty solid showing from Gohan. You can see there another good attack stat. Obviously at 55%, we don't have any equipment on him. He's not link level to anything. You could definitely see a much better version of a 55% Gohan. If I were to place equipment on him, I would probably just go more attack orientated. I think his defense is fine at 55%. Obviously we do have a lot of support on the rotation, but I mean at the end of the day, if I'm honest, I think it's more than fine. I am more than happy to run Gohan like this. I think giving him crit or giving him additional, but probably crit through the equipment system will help you a lot more than if you try and build around giving him, like a whole bunch of additional and things like that. I think definitely build him into crit at 55%. If you have a unit that has dupes and you've already built that unit into crit dupes, or you've already built his hidden potential system into crit, then you're welcome to just change it up with whatever you want with the equipment. That's going to be entirely up to you, and you can just decide what you want to do with Gohan at that point. But yeah, realistically a pretty nice showing from Gohan, very impressive. Very happy with how he's looked here. And I mean overall, I'm honestly like, I'm honestly impressed enough with this. What we'll do here is we will have Gohan have no items active, and we'll let him take an attack here and see how things go, and then that'll give us a good idea of what his defense is like after supering without an item. Now remember, obviously the less opposition there is, the less damage they do, so it is something you do need to be aware of. Like 5 units will deal a bit less damage than 2 units, but it is something we'll like to see. So we've got Gohan here, he's supered, he's raised his defense, another good attack stat from Gohan, so we've seen some really good attack numbers from him, and yeah, we'll be able to see just how well he does overall. But we're seeing some good numbers out of him, we're seeing some solid defense as well, so I'm actually pretty much happy with how everything's going here. In terms of combinations, I do think him and the AGL LR Gohan are a very powerful combo. I think there's something you're going to want to link level, give good equipment to, and use as a staple combo, especially if you have some dupes in the Int LR SS2 Gohan. I think it's a very viable combination for a lot of content, and they're very good defensively right out the gates. LR AGL Gohan really does start out at a really high defensive clip, and he stacks defense really well, and then their link sets nice and attack orientated, so they can get some really good damage numbers. The only real shame is that you can't transform SS2 Gohan on a pure Hybrid Saiyans team. You need to run him on a Android Cell Saga team of some kind, or a Kamehameha team, and you need to have a AGL Android on that team, which we're still waiting for realistically. So yeah, it is just something you do need to be aware of. But we'll have Gohan here. We've obviously shifted him. We haven't got that many orbs, but he'll still get the defense stacking. It's nice that he does it on his 12 and 18 key, and he'll take single digits. So no item active, he takes single digits after supering, which is very good. It's a very solid amount of damage to take, but remember that is against 5 units, and as explained previously, 5 units deal a lot less damage than 2 or 3 units, so it is it's a good sign, but it's not the absolute it's not the absolute like indication of his defense, but it's still a very good sign, and it shows how far he has come as a unit. So still very happy with that. In terms of teams, you can run him under the Kamehameha, you can run him under Goku's family, you can run him under Hybrid Saiyans, you can run him under a lot of different categories, because he's got a lot of different categories on his card. So like most Gohans, he's quite adaptable, especially the teen Gohan. He's on Android and Cell Saga teams, Kamehameha teams, Super Saiyan teams, Super Saiyan 2 teams, Goku's family, Hybrid Saiyans. There's just plenty going on. So very happy with that, and yeah, just doing well so far. Of course, this is 55% again, so just be aware of that whenever you are actually watching these reviews, what the percentage of the unit is. Generally, obviously, most units that are rainbowed are going to perform way better than a unit that is not, especially in the case of Gohan, due to how his defensive stat is and how much he gains from having dupes and all that. His defense almost nearly doubles just by being at 100%. Which obviously is very good. That means Gohan is going to have exceptional defense at 100%, and he'll be hitting really hard, because that attack per orb's gonna stack way higher with multiple dupes. That being said, it's a bit misleading when you then go and summon and get the 55% unit, and it doesn't have 100k defense before actually attacking. So it is one of those things that you should probably be aware of. We're going to get the Dokkan attack here, which is going to help us out and push through the second stage a little bit faster. We are going to try and get a look at Gohan again without some items, but I really want to test how he does against the physical Broly. I just want to basically see how he does without items there. I think we've seen enough from Gohan to know that he is more than acceptable with items. Obviously, physical Broly in this ESBR is probably one of the hardest challenges that a int unit can take on in the, in terms of Dokkan. Like, just factoring in, what they do, how much damage he does, and things like that. It is just something that, is very tough for int units to like go through and face and get through. So it'll be a good test for Gohan's defense. With an item, I'm sure he would be okay, but without an item, it will be interesting to see. One nice thing is obviously we can get the Trunks unit super attack on this Hybrid Saiyans build because we have Gohan use on the team, and with Trunks floating, he'll be able to stack that defense quite regularly, which is good. So that's a real nice bonus there. Then of course we do have this tech Mystic Gohan, still a super solid, reliable tank. Just the way he guards against everything is just super exceptional, and his defense gets up really high really quickly, so that always helps. Yeah, it's really helpful. So yeah, I think so far Gohan's done really well. I wonder what you guys think. Is Gohan doing as well as you'd like him to? Do you think he could do a bit better? Do you think he should be doing a bit better? It's really interesting to see what you guys say about units, whether you get excited about them, whether you're not excited. So I like to see in the comments when you guys do see these videos or watch them, what you think, or if you're happy. And you can see here we've got Gohan again in the first slot. He's getting a nice amount of orbs, so you can see it's not too difficult to get him as orbs. It's just something that you need to keep in the back of your mind at all times. And we've seen some solid attack stats. We're not seeing anything super spectacular, we're not seeing 7 or 8 millions. Part of that is due to the 55%, the lack of link leveling, the lack of equipment. There's a lot of means now that you can apply to units to really improve how they perform. The difference between even a 55% unit that has no gear, no link leveling, to a 55% unit that has the best gear it can have in its 2 slots, along with being link level to max, is incredible. It is insane. It is like literally a massive modifier has been applied to the unit. So it is something that we need to be aware of. But overall, me personally, I don't like showcasing 55% units at max link levels with gear and with everything like that, or most units really, unless it is specifically a rainbow unit or a max link level unit that I have happen to max link level that I can't really change. I think showing units at that maximum capabilities is always a little bit misleading. The amount of time and effort it takes to max out those units is a lot. And I'm not saying it's not worth it. It is worth it to always see whether you want to max link level that unit. But in case of just whether this unit is viable for content, I always feel like running it in this kind of situation is probably for the best. But yeah, we'll get a good look at Gohan now and how he does against good old Broly, because that's going to be a real big test for him. So he's got 77k defense, which is not bad. Remember, he is going to essentially double it. Now, with no item, it is just important to note that Broly hits mega hard. Like, Broly hits insanely hard, and it's just not something you can expect Gohan to come through. So I am expecting Gohan to die. It's really difficult for Gohan to get through multiple attacks from Broly. If Broly supers as well, he's dead, but it's more just to see how much he takes. I think it's always important to see these type of things. I think it's good overall to see these type of things. So yeah, I mean, look, that Gohan's taking 14k from Broly, and he has support, he's super attacked, and he's type neutral. So we'll see how much this Gohan takes. Remember, he does raise his defense quite a bit, but yeah, 75k. So I think overall a good showing from Gohan. Multiple attacks there, so very difficult for him to survive through. But yeah, a very decent showing from Gohan overall. So let me know down in the comments what you guys think about him. Is he any good? Did you use him? Have you used him yet? Do you have him? All those sorts of things. But as always, guys, thanks for watching the video. Stay safe, and I will see you guys in the next one. But until then, take care, and bye.